What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I finally got it, the new Hummer EV first edition. We're gonna do a full review on this one and show you guys the interior quality. For those of you who are new to the channel, what I basically do is I hop inside of mostly luxury cars or expensive cars or even interesting cars. I review the interior fit and finish and materials. I poke around everything to see if it squeaks or rattles or has any kind of quality issues. I also reveal what kind of materials you get, if it's soft, if it's hard, if it's nice, if it's crappy. People are curious about this sort of stuff, especially if you're paying big money for a car like this one right here. We own for more than MSRP. This is going for $240 right now. $240. You can buy a Lamborghini Huracan, or you can buy one of these. I like to show people what do you get for the money when you buy a luxury car. So let's take a look at this and see what we do. We're gonna start off in the back seat. There we go. I'll move some stuff out of the way here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Mostly pretty good back here. Let's see how the front does. This thing's got Super Cruise. I did actually end up driving one of these around the block. It might have been this exact car actually. It's got some power. It's not really that fast, but it gets up and goes pretty good, if you know what I mean. It's not fast, but it's not really slow either. But this thing does weigh 9,000 pounds, which is insane. Let's see how that interior does. Can you not? Jesus Christ, ruining my damn video here. Nah, but for real, hopefully that person's okay. Alright, next is the button test. I'm going to press every button and pull every lever in the car. Reason I do that is some people care about the tactileness, if that's even a word, of said buttons or levers. What do they sound like? What do they feel like when you press them? A lot of car reviews and car journalists don't necessarily talk about that kind of stuff in depth. So I'm figuring, why don't I try talking about it? So I will be quiet now, and you guys listen to what I do. This could double as an ASMR kind of thing as well. But let's go. Oh, and now for the final button. To be honest, I wish I picked a more private and more quiet spot, but I have to do this review kind of discreetly here, and I can't really move this from where it's at, so wish I can give you a little bit better production quality here, but this is gonna have to make do for right now. Anyway, how did this thing do? Fit and finish wise, this was mostly pretty good. There were a couple little tiny things that bothered me, like, I don't know if you can see this super well. The lighting is really bad, honestly. It's almost sunset, but this little piece up here is, see what I mean? A little bit too loose. And there was a bit of squeaking right here. Otherwise, this thing was actually pretty decent for build quality. One of the better ones out there. So, fit and finish wise, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Which for GMC, I think is pretty good. As far as the materials go, now this could get a little bit controversial for the people who do know this channel, and even for those who are not familiar. So the material score Basically, if a car has like leather, wood, metal buttons, even stuff like that, high quality materials, those cars usually get a higher score, and that's relevant towards, again, a lot of the cars I do, they are luxury cars. This is a luxury car, but this is a more rugged focused car, like a Land Rover Defender, for example. That car doesn't have the best materials. A lot of stuff in the interior is plastic, but it's supposed to be that way because it's an off-road themed vehicle. And this is kind of the same deal. I mean, the only leather that I can really feel on here is in the steering wheel. The steering wheel has pretty decent leather. Otherwise, I think this is like a leatherette on the seat, and then this is basically a plastic. This is plastic. Everything, the dash, the center console, the bezels on the screen, the door material, this is all different kind of versions of plastic. It doesn't feel that bad though, except for a couple areas, like down here this is hard plastic. This one though has a smooth surface, but hard plastic, in these lower parts, which, okay, I guess for something like this is acceptable. These have some sort of a transparent roof here, so I can't rate the headliner, although the sun visor is cloth, so that's good. I usually don't like cars, especially luxury cars, that have plastic sun visor, but cars with Alcantara or leather for the sun visor do pretty good. You guys kind of see where I'm going with this. It's a luxury car, but the materials aren't luxury because that's not this car's main focus. So the material score that I'm going to give this, even though it's going to be a bit low, again, it's still relevant compared to the other luxury cars I do. I'm not knocking this in any way, so please do not misunderstand me. That these materials I have to give a 3 out of 10. Again, not a bad thing, because that's not the main focus of this car. It's not supposed to have tons of leather and wood and stuff like that. And then about the buttons, I do like the surface of some of these center console buttons. They are kind of neat. Steering wheel buttons are kind of nothing special. The buttons on the door here are literally from every other GM product that's current. Nothing special there, but maybe it doesn't have to be. And I do like the fact that the gear lever is gigantic. I actually have pretty decent sized hands, and yeah, there's a big gear lever, just like the Hummers from the 2000s, like the H2, H3 had big gear levers. So I kind of like that little attention to detail. So here's the final score, guys. 8 out of 10 for fit and finish, 3 out of 10 for materials. Please let me know your thoughts. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time. Peace.